Hello everyone and welcome back to Zielonka. This is episode 10 of the Premium Expansion Challenge, or playthrough, and we're standing here in our red beet field. It's about ready to harvest. Last episode we planted up all of these fields, which were plowed together in episode 8. We planted them with oats in episode 9, as well as planting these red beets here in 3 little strips, just so we've got room to turn around the harvester, because it can only harvest on one side. Currently, our production chains have been working hard. It is March. I skipped forward a couple of months. We're about 40,000 liters of parsnips, so I'm going to go ahead and turn them off. I already did that. That way we can make some triple soup once they're all around roughly 42,000. But we have a lot of carrot soup, parsnip soup, and red beet soup stored up at the factory. And if we check the time-saving stock check mod, it tells us that we've got thousands of dollars worth just sitting there. And that's only the stuff that's spawned. So as I move the pallets from the factory, let me just go there for a bit. As I move them out of the way, new ones will spawn, and the amount of money we will make should go up. And this money will, of course, assist us in leasing the... We're going to be using the big vegetable harvester. Whoop, that's sugarcane. This one, this big boy, is what we're going to be using to harvest, and to rent him is more than $30,000. So I need more money. That's why we're selling these. So let's get to it. I did just service the Fiat 180/90 DT. So that's where some of the money went. Let's just take him down to the soup factory, grab the trailers. We got to take them back to the store so we can turn them back into the pallet trailer customization, because they're currently set up to store grain and we want them to store pallets. I don't know why they don't fix that. Those cars turn so aggressively. It's not realistic in the slightest. Anyways, this episode we will be moving forward to harvest, and I will start with harvesting the oats, probably. And then next episode, I assume it'll take a whole episode for all of this. Next episode we'll get to harvesting the red beets with the big DeWolf harvester. Right, let's get this thing turned around, and then we'll be ready to throw the pallet jack on the front, the little forklift thingy, and load up the pallets. And I'll put the weight here and try and get that on the back, just because these pallets can be heavy. They usually aren't too bad, especially for this tractor. It's totally fine. But I brought the weight, I might as well use it. Unfold the pallet jack, lower it down, and then I can freely telescope it up and down. I won't make you guys watch all of this, just because it can be a little monotonous and boring. Basically, I just drive, pick them up, bring them over to the trailer, and try and load them front to back as best I can. And I don't like putting them in at angles, but that time I did on accident. And I just pick up the forks a little bit and push them forward until they're about at the edge. Back it up and go pick up some more and do the same thing again. A lot of times until the trailers are full. And I will likely have to stack them too high, at least for some of it, because I'm guessing there's going to be too many pallets. I'm not sure, but I suspect there will be. This would be much easier with the Thrustmaster Farm Stick, sorry. Just a little joystick that helps control stuff. I'm not sure if you've heard of it. I did order one. They were out of stock for quite a while after they came out, but I don't have it yet, so that'll be fun to use. Just give it a bit more immersion and realism to the game. Anywho, I'll get these loaded up, and then we'll be able to look at the trailers and see how full they are. I'm guessing they're all going to sell on the train. Yeah, Erlengrot. I wish the train didn't always sell the highest, because, like, being how I am, I kind of really want to make the most money possible from everything, and if it's always at the train, it gets a little old to sell it at the train every single time. So, yeah. Eventually, these vegetables will not be going to the train, but for this last harvest, this harvest of oats and red beets is going to be like a whole different animal. Like, we could make $1 million off of it, which I've never had that much. The most I've had on this playthrough is like 400,000, and that was after the first time we sold all our vegetable stuff, and that was just parsnips. It was just parsnips and, like, what was the other thing? Potato soup. So parsnips and potato soup, and then maybe wheat and sorghum or something like that. I sold all of that and made like 400 grand. So this, I mean, we could double that, selling the whole field of oats, all of these pallets, plus all of the pallets we get from the triple soup that we make. I mean, we still have a lot of vegetables in there, so we're going to keep making carrot and red beet soup. Then we're going to make triple soup. Then we're going to harvest a giant red beet field and maybe make more red beet soup, but I might also get into a different production chain. Could just sell all the red beets straight up as red beets. I don't know. Haven't thought about it that far ahead. But what I'm saying is, this harvest could put us in the green. We could make an absolute ton of money and not really need to take the best deal. So we might be able to sell it at places other than the train. That took a long time to say, just a sentence. I don't like going to the train every time, but we kind of need the money right now. Eventually, we won't have to. There, that sums it all up. And now, I think I've babbled on and shown you guys quite enough of this. Let's just skip to when it's all done. Well, these are the last 2 pallets to load up on the trailer. We did have to go double stack for the last 8 pallets, so another trailer would be good. I don't think I could do triples though, goodness. So just a bigger one, I guess. There is, of course, the pallet trailer thing, the big one, but you need a semi-trailer to haul that. And the cheapest semi is 102,000. So I'm not sure if I really want to do that or not. Probably wouldn't be terrible to go with a semi, but I would probably download a mod first. Right, let's get the weight switched back around at the front. And then we can reattach the tension belts on the trailers to see the grand total of how much stuff we have. $24,000 of red beet and carrot soup and 28,000 of parsnip soup. Where is the train? Should I... I think we'll just do it here. Tag place. What's the fastest way to get there? Is there a little bypass road down here? Oh, there is. I've always gone up from here to this and then down and then over, but now I'm going to take this bypass road. Forgot to turn on cruise control. I thought I was driving that whole time. Yep, we're going to need better trailers at some point. I don't like stacking the pallets up. Is that my bypass road there? Yeah, it was. I don't like stacking the pallets up because it is... Oh, shoot. You saw nothing. Because nothing happened. I don't like stacking the pallets up because it's unrealistic. Sometimes I try to play kind of realistically, sometimes I don't. Obviously I have no problem using super strength, so I just play how I want to play at the end of the day, and that's all you can do. Biogas plant. I think that's where you sell bales and stuff. I've never actually driven this road, so it's good that I am. And we got a little industrial section up here. What's potato processing plant? Definitely gonna have to buy that at some point. I would like to use all the new production chains on the map, and then I think definitely would want to get to that before the series is over. That looks pretty cool. I've never actually seen that. I'm guessing there's quite a few golden apples in there. At least 2, I would say. We're going to turn right, and it's a yield sign, which means we don't stop unless there's cars. And the train's rolling through, so I'm going to go ahead and rent it real quick. Let me just make sure that worked. Yep, so it's going to slam on the brakes instead of going way past. Unfortunately, now I've stopped my tractor on an uphill, and it takes a while to get going because these things are heavy. Okay, so once we finally get these things sold, I can move forward 1 more month. Whoops. Should look before I go, not as I go. Can finally move forward that 1 last month for when the red beets and oats are ready to harvest. And then we can harvest the oats. That's pretty cool. I like how they change the billboards on their maps. When new DLCs come out, and just with little updates like that, that's pretty cool. That is a lot of soup. We got it all on the trailer. So now I'll just hop in the train and we can sell it and see how much money we made. I'm excited. It should be a pretty good amount. Looks like we've got all the pallets, so we can turn on the cruise control. And now for the selling and inevitable flying off of the cargo. Did it not? Did it fix it? I don't think any of it flew off. Wow. That's crazy. $274,000. And we still got plenty more produce to go. Alright, I'm going to sleep through the night. And then we'll be harvesting. It's a brand new month, and it's time to harvest the oats. So I'm going to go with the Ideal 7T, Massey Ferguson. Or should I do the Fendt? Let's do the Massey Ferguson, because I don't think I've ever used it. Or I don't use it very much anyways. We can go 9T, 8T, or 7T. I think I'm going to go 7T just to save some money, $21,000. And let's see, we got a 40-foot header, or a Dynaflex 40-foot header. Power flow or Dynaflex? What's the difference? Oh, no cross auger on the one. I'll go with this one. It's probably lighter. 3.3 tons. Okay. Never mind, they're the same weight. And then if I come over... Why didn't it let me use the 30-foot header? I got the 7T. I should have used a 30-foot header. Let's get the header trailer as well. Oh, is there not room? Nope, there was. Okay. Fire the thing on up. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I think I'll bring this up to this side of the field. We're going to do a couple of headlands or fence rows or whatever you want to call them. Before we start hitting the brunt of the field. And that is looking good. Tons of golden oats. Literal tons, because I'm not sure how much a liter of oats weighs, but we're going to get quite a few liters off of this harvest. Let's go ahead and make sure we've got the straw swath. Do I want that on or off? I think I'm going to go off again. I want this to be a pretty quick turnaround to get back into planting. I don't want to have to bale the field as well. So there we go, getting into the field. It's pretty cloudy. I'm going to speed up just because I like playing in the sunlight. Hopefully the sun comes out soon. But yeah, this is a beast of a machine. And this is the smallest of the ideals. The 7T. The bigger ones are... I mean, it adds $100,000 to get the 9T, which is a lot of money. There we go, it's sunny. Let's go ahead and slow it way down. It might be a little too sunny. The black really stands out now. And of course the red beets are ready to go as well. We'll be hitting those next episode. I'm excited for that. A big beets harvest. This is the precise reason why we are doing the headlands, because I don't want to have to turn around on the road. Got the trailers back. They're over there on the other end of the field. Now we just got to cut these headlands here, and then we can start going back and forth on the field. It's a pretty good size. We did plow 5 different fields all into one. If you haven't seen that video, go ahead and check it out. There will be a link in the description to the playlist that has all 10 of these episodes in it. Hope you do enjoy it. The good news with this harvester is downhill, it does go 6. On the flats, it'll go 6 miles an hour, but on those uphills, man, it just can't, and I don't know why. It's really weird. No other harvesters have that issue, except the Fendt and Massey Ferguson Ideal and Ideal Paralevel. It's very strange. One last little pass here, and then we can start going on the brunt. The main part of the field. I do like this animation for flinging the straw, though. It's a pretty good one. We'll see how it looks on the time lapse. Enjoy it. Well, we've been progressing really well. Almost have the oats field done, just have this little bottom section here. And as you saw, I did get that Farm It disc harrow. I took a little while looking at some options. I wanted to get something from the premium DLC, but I already have this disc harrow on my full shop challenge, my other series that I do on the channel. So I had to think about it and see if it was really a good option, and I decided that it was. So that's what I ended up going with, and we're going to use that to disc till this whole field, and then potentially we'll be buying a ridger. Might just lease it, but I probably will buy it. I'm not sure exactly. And yeah, we'll plant this up again at some point. But yeah, next episode is definitely going to be devoted to that red beet field, because I have a sinking suspicion it's going to take a while. The only half of that field, field 42, I believe. No, field 49, which is half of that field because we merged 48 and 49 together. Just field 49 had parsnips on it, and it took me 5 episodes to finish that. Granted, I wasn't only doing that for 5 episodes. I did a little bit here and there, but now it's twice as big, and 48 is bigger than 49, so it's more than twice as big as 49 was. So yeah, it's going to be a fair bit of work to get that done, but it should go pretty fast, because we've got the big harvester. Well, we don't have it yet. We're going to lease it, but yeah, that should go really well. And this is exactly why I don't like these harvesters. It's really unfortunate. They're the only harvester in the game that does this. It's going 3 miles an hour. Any other combine would be going 6 right now, maybe 5. It's the only one that only goes 3. It's really annoying. Oh, the workers missed a trail up here. I didn't even notice that. I'll have to come and get that. Just let it dump here. And I should look at that ridger. How much is it? 59,000? That's not too bad. And 50,000 for the planter. That is affordable. It's unfortunate the worker missed this. I don't like going back for these tiny little strips, but you can't just leave it. Like, that's not in my nature. I couldn't stand to see that get cultivated. Even though it's only like $60 or $70, I have 147,000. It's practically nothing. By comparison, $70 is a lot of money. I'm a little hesitant to take this thing on through because I'm worried the harvester is going to put straw swath down on top of the cultivated ground, and I don't necessarily want that. So that's why I stopped. But I think I'll just turn this corner here and do it. Even though it is easier to break this into 2 separate fields, it is one big field, so I should use it as one big field and turn the corners and cultivate it and stuff. There's my worker driving through my crops, as per usual. And I'm not sure how I want to do this. This little angled jut off here is, well, it's not going to be the easiest to do with vegetables. So I can either have it be a different crop, which is looking like a good option, or just like put grass here and maybe a factory down or something, or a house. I'm not sure. I don't think I'll do vegetables on this little jut off here, but maybe I should just once. I don't know. Let's go back and get this little corner here. I'm annoyed that I missed it. There we go. And then I'll take over for the worker and finish up this field. We'll keep going on the cultivation. With that, we've got all the outlines of the field done, so now I'll just set it up here and hire a worker. And he'll go up and down. Or she. Might be a female worker, let's see. Nope, it's a male. I assume. Maybe I shouldn't. Let's get these trailers out of the way. And we're going to take the oats to sell at, not to the highest bidder, because the highest bidder is the train. We're going to take it to the best sell price that is not the train, which is Farmer's Market. Right down there. Most of the sell points are actually pretty close. You can see there are the little blue diamonds on the map. There's a couple like way off on the right side of the map for the train, but then the rest of them are actually pretty close, so that's pretty nice. This tractor has been worked pretty hard. It's got nearly 9 hours on it, which is almost an hour for every episode, which is a pretty fast pace. I don't know how much the Zeter crystal has, but I would assume it's probably over 5 hours. It'd be very easy to check. 10. So it's got more hours than this. I did not know that. So that has over 1 hour for every episode, and I didn't even use it this episode at all. That's crazy. Right, so with the money from these oats, I will potentially be buying a bit of a shed situation for the farm. Might also wait to do that for a separate episode. I'm not sure. I imagine that's what I'll do. We're probably running a bit long here, as is usual. Let's see how much money we make. Yeah, 40,000 plus, so it'll be around $50,000. That's pretty good. Once this tiny little bit gets added to it. Yep, that's actually a tiny bit over 50,000, so that's pretty good. Let's get these trailers back. We are not even close to being sold out on everything. We've still got a bunch of produce. I did turn off carrots, or red beet soup, because we got about 50,000 liters there. So we'll be ready to make triple soup. Still making carrot soup because we've got 70,000 liters of carrots. I might do 1 or 2 more months of carrots, and then we'll be making triple soup there. Obviously, we'll be harvesting red beets next episode, but I don't know what I'm doing with them. I might make more red beet soup. I might look at buying the preserved foods factory, wherever that is. That's soup. Bakery, carpentry. There we go, preserved food factory. So this will make preserved beetroots, preserved carrots, and preserved parsnips. It's 110,000, so I can actually afford it right now. Maybe it'd be good to go on a little golden apple hunt. I've only found like 3 or 4 of those, And, well, there's 25 of them, or what, 50? 50 of them? I'm not sure. I think there's 50. So, you know, could potentially get a whole 200 grand extra if I found a bunch of them. Which, you know, it's not super difficult to find them. You just got to kind of know what you're looking for. These tables would be a good option, but it doesn't look like there's anything here. Unless I'm blind and missed something. And they are, you know, sometimes not around production chains just because those aren't always there. It's always good to check, though. For this reason entirely. That's the 6th one I've found, so, you know, might not be a bad idea to go on a hunt for those. Get a bunch more money. As I said, there's around about $200,000 worth of those golden apples around the map. And that would really help with whatever the next step is. But for the time being, we're going to go ahead and end the episode. This is the 10th episode. We've come a long ways. Started off with just 2 fields right next to our farmyard up there, and now we've got the surrounding 3 fields. We've plowed them all together, and we're making big fields. We just harvested oats. We bought those 2 fields up there and then merged them together into a big red beet fields with a couple of carting paths in the middle. Not sure if I'll keep doing it that way, but I thought I'd try that out. We've bought the soup factory. You know, we've come a long ways, but there's a long ways to go. Please feel free to let me know what you'd like to see next in the series. There is a production for, I think it's called the piano manufacturer. So you make pianos here, and obviously you need wood for that. So if you want to see some forestry, we could buy some forestry plots and rent some equipment and do some forestry. If you want to see the preserved foods, if you want to see potato processing plant, just let me know kind of what you guys want to see. This series is an open book right now. There's a lot of different ways we can go, starting with what we plant in this field. I bought a merger, but that doesn't necessarily mean we have to do vegetables. Just feel free to let me know what you guys want to see, and I'm not saying I'll do it for sure, but we're at a crossroads. Where do we go next? Hope you guys have enjoyed this. I'll see you next time. Peace.